G'day guys, and welcome to this month's fishing update. I'm going to run through where the fish have been biting at present for this month of August coming and where you can get out and catch some great fish. As you can see, we're at the Sydney International Boat Show and it is a hype of activity here today. We're in the tackle buster stage here where they're selling a whole heap of gear in amongst all these great boats that are here. They're really awesome. If you have a chance to ever go to a boat show, a caravanning show, a fishing show, make sure you go. There's so many great people to see and so many cool things around to see. There's so much new technology, some awesome things. But now let's talk about some fishing. Now, August is a little bit better than July. We talked about how hard it was in July, and like I said, it's probably the toughest month to fish. August gets a little bit better. It's the last month of cod season, so this is when you want to fish, and it is probably my favourite time to target big Murray cod. It's just before breeding. The water starts to warm up, they get a bit more movement, they start to move around the dam and look for a feed before they start breeding. Now is the time, so big impoundments for big cod. Last update in July, we talked about Copton, Blowering, Burrinjuck. Those are the places you want to target, especially Copton Dam right up before the season closes will be the best time to catch them. Blowering Dam, we had an absolute cracker the last month through July. Now July is the toughest month to fish and we caught some cracking fish. Big soft plastics, 109 centimetre Murray cod I landed on one really chilly morning. As we spoke about, Chris got some crackers in the last month in June, and we also caught some really good fish on surface later on in last July. But August will pick up and get even better. Last year I caught 130 centimetre cod off the surface in August, the last weekend before close. So make sure you get out there now before the season closes, because then you won't get another chance at the cod until December. Other styles of fishing, the trout are moving absolutely beautifully through the dams. They come right up because it's cold. They can actually get right up into the shallows, because normally in summer the water will be warm, so they don't come up too far because it's just too hot for the trout. Now is the time they'll be in the shallows, and the warmer it gets through spring, before the water gets too warm but the bugs start hatching, you'll get some great trout polarizing the edges. I know a few blokes, James from Mountain Flyer, he's been up the Snowy Mountains dams and catching some brilliant fish in the snow. Some of the photos look brilliant. They're in the snow, in the freezing cold, but they're catching some beautiful trout. If you want to learn more about trout fishing, make sure you check him out on Instagram, Mountain Flyer, and Facebook. He does some great work. We're going to be doing a little bit of filming with him later in the year. So the Snowy Mountains dams in particular that you want to fish is Yukonbean, Tantangra, Jindabyne. Jindabyne's really good for polarizing the edges because it's quite a shallow lake, and that's where you want to be up this time of year. The later August gets, the better fishing we'll get, especially on the cod scene. July was tough. There was a few big fish caught, but there's a lot of hours of work. The later on in August, they will start to feed. The last weekend of August, I can guarantee you I'll be out there throwing big surface lures, probably in Burrinjuck Dam, maybe Blowering. Even Eildon is a great place to target. Best thing about Eildon is there's no closed season anymore, so you can fish right through spring, and that'll be a place that we will be targeting quite a bit. In terms of fishing, there's not much more else happening. Lures are always your best option in this cooler temperature over your bait. Golden perch are probably not worth targeting, and the rivers, most rivers are in flood proportion, or not flood, but very high, flowing, dirty, and they're almost all write-offs. So that's for cod and yellowbelly. They're very tough. If you find a waterway that's a flowing river that isn't flooded with water and high dirty water, it'd still be definitely worth a fish for cod before close season, but you're probably better off sticking to your impoundments. And then as spring comes into action, the rivers should go back to a steadier height. The ones that are irrigation will rise, but they'll be steady and clear up, and the ones that aren't irrigation will go low again, and there'll be some nice spring storms that'll really bring the yellowbelly on the bite. But as you can see, I'm going to go enjoy the rest of this boat show. Now make sure, like I said, get to one of these boat shows, and if you're ever at one and you see the Tackle Buster store, make sure you jump in, say hello. They've got some great gear here. I'm going to go check out a little bit more of these rods over the corner here. It is a great place to go. But that's it for this month's fishing update. I'll see you next month when we talk about spring golden perch in September.